She's touched out. I'm not touching you. Oh, I left the sound on. We're live. Hey, folks. How's it going? Good evening. She's not very happy right now for some reason. Just, you don't like all the animals on top of you? Just fucking...
Everything has been on me, and I'm touched out.
Why don't you scoot over a little bit?
Because I don't want to touch you.
Join the camera. Oh, give me that. Hey, folks.
I'm very enthusiastic this evening.
10 people watching already.
Yay. Hello.
We are the Breakaway Homesteaders. I'm Patrick.
I'm Megan.
That pen's a piece of crap, by the way. That one's not working.
Is this a good one?
That should work. Working right now. Fantastic.
You need to clean your desk.
Well,
just say yes and move on.
Yes, and move on. Oh, well, today is the 26th of March, 2019, and this is technically the first show we've had back together since we did 2 weeks ago. We were out in the living room talking about...
It was on last week, honey, after I got home from taking my mom.
Yeah, and then you left.
No, we toured the house,
Oh,
and
we
then I
did
went
tour
to
the house.
bed.
It was an
like
awful...
how you remember that I was here pretty much the whole show.
Sorry.
Uh-huh. See how important I am. Hey, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Who's up? Freak Geek, Incense Shop, Savannah Troll Slayer,
My
Deborah
feet
E.
stink.
Yeah.
I just took my shoes off.
That's fantastic.
Enjoy.
She wears... Guess what she wears?
Crocs.
Crocs.
And these are
Plastic,
my fur Crocs.
Plastic
so
shoes.
they're even stankier.
I'm not looking forward to it. I just won't breathe into my nose.
I would not recommend it.
Everybody's saying hi, hello, how's everything going? We hope you get... Well, this is the first time we're back here. How about that?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Well, you were in here last
Yeah,
week.
back in the office. Getting our lives back together. And just chilling. So, anything happened since last week? Anything new? Interesting?
I planted strawberries.
She planted strawberries. And this will be the third set of plants she's planted this year.
So we'll see what they do.
Think they'll survive?
I hope so. It's my goal not to kill them.
Yeah, it's a good goal.
It's my goal every time, though.
So I got her a planter that has a water storage on it, so they don't dry out.
Yeah. The goal, anyway.
That's the goal. And there are airplanes flying.
Yeah.
Over all night.
I don't know if they can hear it.
I'm sure they could. But if they didn't hear that one, they'll hear the next one. This next one's always closer.
Yeah.
But you planted some plants.
I did. I can't read your chicken scratch.
Yeah, stop trying to read it, or it makes it harder for me to read it.
House bark to Arcellus. That's what it looks like.
Arcellus.
House bark to Arcellus is next on Pat's notes.
Because
that's what I mean. You see, you're so ashamed.
Show them my chicken scratch and I can't even read myself. Megan. Megan is on some sort of construction binge. She wants to do all the things right now.
I do.
And
house back to ourselves.
Yes, there you go.
That's what it is.
Oh.
House bark to Arcellus. I did it. It's like winning Jeopardy.
You just read my hieroglyphics, honey.
I did.
So Megs is on the construction bench. What are we going to be making? What do you want to make?
Well, I wanted to make a fence out of pallets. Showed someone all the pictures.
He was like, yes, look, sure, get the
I'm
pallets.
still on the fence about the fence.
Kept giving me all, reminders, get the pallets, get the pallets. Finally
I still
got the
want
pallets. Brought them home. Yeah, I don't like the fence. So I was looking, I had brought some stuff home from work that wasn't being used anymore, and we were going to use it, turn it into a quail hutch, to get them out of what they're in now. But then we started taking it apart, and we're actually going to use it as like a rabbit run so they can get out and hop around and stuff. So I think what I was looking at designs today on what to do with pallets, and I actually found one that I really like. It seems pretty simple, something we should be able to put together in a weekend or hopefully even a day, and basically making like an A-frame quail hutch with the pallets, and then you tack chicken wire or something around it so they can't get out the holes or whatever. That way I'm still playing. We want what we want to do for them is to have wheels on it so that we can kind of tractor it around the yard. So still playing with some ideas in my old noggin on how to put the wheels on. But
everything out there right now is all pine needles and everything like that. There's dirt underneath it, sandy dirt, whatever sand. So the goal is to move the birds around the yard, and then going in behind it and planting clover behind it.
Yeah.
And so hopefully,
eventually, we'll be
by
able
the end
to
of the year, we'll have a nice, fresh, lush
backyard.
That'd be nice.
So
it'd be a lot of work. But
yeah, so there was one thing that I wanted to put out to y'all that I've never done before. But my best friend starts radiation for lymphoma tomorrow, and so any positive vibes, prayers, just peaceful thinking, whatever you believe in, whatever you can send forth. We were both diagnosed about the same time. Her with lymphoma, me with the HS. So we've both been personally struggling together, struggling as two families. We're very close to them. Her mother-in-law watches Huxley for us after school. We get together with them, stuff like that. So
octopus.
Yeah, she's my octopus, because some friends come and go, and some friends stick to your face like an octopus and never let go. So it's rough. I'm a little jacked up because of it. So if y'all just tomorrow, about 9:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, if y'all could just send those vibes out, I'd appreciate it. So
you did your nails. You got your pretty nails.
Yes, I did my nails. On a complete conversation changer, I did my nails.
She uses those press-ons.
It's the stickers that you kind of stick on there and file down, and trying out different kinds.
They look like they're lasting well. It's been 2 days at least.
Yeah, haven't jacked them up completely. So,
cool.
Well, yeah.
What else? Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Spent the weekend together. We went to a show over the weekend.
We did. Philharmonic. We saw Broadway Through the Ages. So they actually had 2 singers that have been on Broadway.
Or still are on Broadway.
Yeah, still are on Broadway. That were out there. So that was pretty cool. Had a little childless evening, which is nice.
Interesting singing and some wonderful singing. The funny part was the Broadway actors. Actresses standing behind a microphone, and they just can't
stand still. Yeah,
because they're supposed to be acting at the same time, and it's like halfway through the very first song of the girl in the blue dress. Also, she's like, "All right," and she grabs the microphone and she starts whipping around, and she did a couple sexy moves too. She was doing this like sexy whole. I was like, but they could belt some notes.
That's their job. Yeah,
it is their job. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
So it was fun. Went out to dinner. Went to a show.
Had a good time. Yeah. Went to Los Cabos.
Yeah, Mexican
restaurant. First bite into the meal.
he picked, so he got like this big dish that he basically just pointed a picture, and that's what you get. And it came with like a cactus salad, pickled cactus salad or something.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing he does is pick up a jalapeno out of the salad and just throw it in his mouth. And then he's like, I regret that. So then it came with like this bean soup. It was really good, but he was like, you need to try it. And I don't like spicy things. I don't mind some flavor, but I don't like just heat.
Right.
And it was a little warm for me, and he's just sitting there eating it like it's ain't nothing but a thing.
Because
he couldn't feel anything in his face.
I had erased the hot sensation with a hot sensation.
Yeah,
so when I was eating the soup,
he was sweating.
Oh,
he felt like he had a fever by the time he was done.
I felt like I've been sitting in a sauna for an hour.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. Look at the doggy.
Shut up. Come on.
She cannot.
Separation anxiety.
Yeah. Here's our dingo.
You're gonna eat my baby.
Dingo's getting big, aren't you? Yes, you are. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, May.
Say hi.
Hi, May. She's getting bigger by the hour. She's not even. I want to say she's maybe halfway there.
For what?
Full grown.
No, she's probably only about a third to a quarter of the way.
She's gonna be a big.
She's gonna be a big girl. Honey, she's only like 14 weeks.
Yeah, that's the dingo. That's the dingo.
She eats cat turds with that mouth.
Thank you.
Yes, you do.
Oh. Yeah, but nothing much is going on this week. We got tonight, 9 p.m. Actually, that's funny. I had a
supposed to have 2 Victory Gardens.
I know, just one for today. I had a Victory Garden go off the same time we started this show. So I premiered a video, and I'm doing a video at the same time.
Is that like YouTube bingo?
I guess. I don't know. But the Victory Garden videos are going strong. I'll be getting a hold of some people here soon about doing some collaborations on those Victory Gardens because April's here, and it's the most busy month for Victory Garden stuff. And speaking of gardens, our garden stuff
is actually doing really well. We should have taken some pictures.
So far, so good. So
yeah.
This is the first year we've had a greenhouse.
Like a real one.
We started about a month ago. Planted all the plants. Every single one. A few of them didn't come up.
Yeah.
But almost every single one.
I'd say 90% of what you planted
came up. And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Like growing well. 3 sets have already been entered or planted into the actual grow bags.
Yeah, and some of them are already being trellised because, like the beans and stuff, they're already reaching.
Yeah, they're already reaching for the skies, so one of them's already trellised.
Yeah.
But a lot of beautiful reds, oranges, stuff like that. We got some chard and beets and whatnot growing inside there, and the little dirt pile that I dumped everything back in, so I didn't think they grew. There's a squash growing in that right now.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so Megan planted some strawberries. I planted some.
And I planted some German thyme. I kind of hydroponicked it in our living room.
Yeah, and then I've got some Meyer lemons coming up.
Yep.
Planted. That's pretty much it. That's all that's happened this week since the last time we spoke. Things are a lot more calm now.
Yeah.
Getting a little more relaxed. Huxley had a great day today. Did all the things. Teachers loved him today. Let me pull up this right here. Image slideshow. And bam. Tonight, we're going to be giving away the Stockpile Cafe book by Daisy Luther. And there's a picture. There's the actual book printed out. Let me pull up a description here. We'll talk about this. We'll give away 2 copies of this tonight to the first 2 people who answer correctly inside the chat window. And so, let me pull up this info here. All right. The Stockpile Cafe. Really got that up and expand this a little bit. So Daisy Luther, she's the author and owner of a website called theorganicprepper.com. She posts almost daily some very vital information for preppers, home preppers. She's a single mother of 2, widowed, and she's gone through some stuff and knows some people that have been through some stuff. And so her stuff is pretty legit. This is an ebook. It's probably it is a little over 50 pages. So Daisy Luther wrote this book, The Stockpile Cafe, about eating from your pantry for a month without fresh ingredients. She gives you an ingredients list and also a breakdown of a whole month of pantry ready foods that you can make. So what she does, well, I'll take that back. What she does is she has a 7 dinner protocol, which you repeat for 4 weeks.
Gotcha.
And so you go grocery shopping for 7 meals.
Times 4.
Times 4, and so you don't have to get too intricate inside of it. But she gives you not only a shopping list in the back of this book, but also the ingredients, the different recipes, which include, was just right there.
Struggle is real.
The struggle is real, folks. 5-can chili, chili pie, tuna noodle casserole, chicken alfredo and pasta, udon noodles and peanut sauce, scalloped potatoes with ham, Mexican pizza pie. That's week 1 menu, and so on and so forth. So
there's other menus.
Well, look it up. Tell them what they got.
I swear as you were flipping through. Week 2 menu.
Oh, okay. No, I was wrong.
Yeah, you are.
It's got menus for 7 dinners per week, along with serving suggestions and shopping lists.
So then we got shepherd's pie, vegetable soup, chicken and dumplings, 1 pot, beans and rice, spaghetti, bread and gravy, and pantry potato soup. And then I'm working on it. Week 3, goulash, which makes me think of your mother.
I love goulash.
Vegetable fried rice, chicken and dressing, jambalaya, fry bread tacos, split pea soup, and pasta primavera. We might have to try this, honey. None of these sound horrible.
This is the first time she's actually seen this book. So.
Pasta fagioli, chicken pot pie, poor man's stroganoff, baked beans with ham and sweet potatoes, baked bean chili. Dude, there's a lot of farting involved in this.
Yeah, some fart.
Southwestern chicken and rice and corn chowder.
They don't sound horrible. None of it sounds horrible. Only thing I say you might be sketchy on is the tuna noodle casserole.
We would use it chicken.
That's true. That's true.
I don't eat tuna.
She says here the meals are mostly quick to make, and nearly all can be translated to cooking over a fire or wood stove. You can make them as healthfully and as high quality as you want. It all depends on the quality of the ingredients that you purchase. You can buy cheap ingredients, or you can buy really good ingredients and it will be better. There are a few conveniences items, some dehydrated and freeze-dried ingredients, canned goods, and potato flakes. Many of the meals have vegetarian alternatives because the focus is budget-friendly. There are grains at the center of most meals, so if you eat paleo or low carbs, this may not be the book for you.
Yeah.
I guess not. So most recipes feed 4 people and can be easily reduced or doubled or tripled. These are all creations that we've tried here at the Casa de Luther. So, what we're going to do tonight.
This actually sounds really good, honey.
What?
All of it.
Yeah?
I'm just going to sit here and read the menu.
Right? That's interesting. Udon noodles and peanut sauce. Sounds different. So, I'm going to post a picture and I'm going to give a description of something. The first 2 people to describe what this is will get a copy of this ebook just email me at breakawayhomesteader@gmail.us.
Gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
.us is our website.
Whoops.
Like I said, struggle bus.
We'll post it here. Yeah. Not www. Breakaway Homesteader at gmail.com. And if you just want to email us anytime to say hi,
We appreciate that.
We do.
Fan art.
Fan art.
You have that email?
Let's.
The pictures of me. Bam! As a superhero.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We did get that. We'll talk about that on the next show.
Okay.
And we'll
have the
exclusively
pictures.
put that picture on the front as a thumbnail. And
all right, put your picture up. Let's.
So, I'm going to start reading here, and then you get to read the rest of it all the way down to compounds.
I can't see that, honey.
You can't see that? Here, let me move it over to your side over here.
There she blows. I can read that now. Well,
that's if I can get it over there. There we go.
All right, got it.
All right.
So you're gonna start there.
No, because that's the name of the item.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're trying. So I'm gonna start here, and you can move on from there all the way down to compounds, so they can make the descriptions and whatnot. I'm gonna pull this up. Okay.
We need to be able to see the chat though.
That's fine. We will.
All right.
Once you're done reading it, we'll be able to see the chat.
Okay.
Or I'll pull it up here. How about that?
So difficult.
All right. These eggs are made in China, and they're a Chinese preserved food product. Read on.
Oh. Starting down here.
Food product and
delicacy made by preserving duck, chicken, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls. Through the process, the yolk becomes a dark green to gray color with a creamy consistency and a strong flavor due to the hydrogen sulfide and ammonia present, while the white becomes a dark brown, translucent jelly with a salty flavor. Why are you going to be so salty? The transforming agent is an alkaline salt, which gradually raises the pH of the egg to around 9 to 12 during the curing process. This chemical process breaks down some of the complex flavorless proteins and fats, which provide a variety of smaller, flavorful compounds.
Doesn't that look delicious?
No.
You want to try this, honey?
No.
It only takes a month.
No.
No?
All right, go back to the chat so I can see.
So, Suburban Hillbilly got it first. There's actually several different names for this particular delicacy.
Kind of looks like an avocado. I don't like avocados either. I would give it to Deborah E.
Yeah.
She's close.
1,000-year-old eggs. Suburban Hillbilly got it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100-year-old egg, Deborah E. Yep, you got it as well. She won last week, too.
I know.
She's on top of it.
So you should already have both their emails.
Yeah, Suburban and Deborah E. You guys both won a copy of this book. That is.
Let us know if you try it out. Like once you get it and read through it, if you eat from it, because I kind of want to eat from it.
Right. So yeah, those are the 1,000-year-old eggs. You don't want to consider trying that?
I don't.
It looks like eyeballs, right?
So gross.
It is disgusting. Some Chinese cultures call it horse urine eggs because of the color.
Lovely.
Delicious. Could be worse. Could be balut.
I don't know what that is.
Balut is a duck egg that has been about a third the way fertilized and incubated.
Oh, so it's got like the...
It's got all the
bits and pieces
inside
in it.
of it. Yeah. It's a Filipino delicacy.
No, I'm good.
No?
No, I don't even eat like normal food. So why would I eat that?
Right. So tonight we're going to be talking about the incredible edible egg.
Really? You couldn't even grab a real one? You had to steal the egg from our child's shopping kit.
Hey, I got eggs. I got real eggs.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we're talking about eggs.
So if you look at the title, it says Tuesday Night Live Eggs, Every Homesteader's Blessing and Curse. It's a blessing. Why is it a blessing to have eggs on the homestead?
Because they're good.
Because they're good. How often?
Sorry, I froze.
How often?
I mean, it's a good, simple food source. That's all. I mean, as long as you got chickens, it's
magnesium, everything like that. What's so great about having homestead eggs on your homestead?
You know exactly where they came
You
from.
know exactly where they came
I mean,
from.
minus the chickens. Then if you feed them or just do scraps, you know, depending on how you feed your chickens,
We raise the chickens ourselves.
Free. Like, you're not dropping money at the store all the time.
I mean, other than the feed.
That's what I said, depending on how you feed your chickens.
We know exactly what they're eating.
Yeah.
We know what goes in them. We know they're getting protein sources from outside the chicken coop. As well as in bugs, stuff like that. Because, believe it or not, chickens are not vegetarians.
No. They are omnivores. They eat it all.
They eat it all.
It's so fun to see one when it gets a lizard and it's running around and all the other chickens are trying to steal its lizard. And it's like, no, it's mine.
I got traps on the outside of our sheds for mice. And
did they get one of the mices?
One of the traps got one of the mice. And as soon as they were let out, the first thing they went after was that mouse. And they ripped it from that trap and just tore it to shreds. But I've seen some crazy. We let some. No, it was the mouse. It was the mouse in the field. I brought some mice home from work.
Oh yeah.
And the chicken went after it.
Yeah.
But no, you know where your food is sourced, and you know it's absolutely fresh.
True.
You know, butt nuggets come out, and they
boom, dinner.
Boom, done. How often would you say we eat eggs as a part of dinner?
A lot.
At least once a week.
But we should do it more.
We have to do it more now because there's more.
So we have 14 chickens, and all of them are laying. And now we have a shit ton of eggs, and we don't go through them fast enough. A lot
of eggs. I don't know if I got the...
Did you get the picture of the sink?
Picture of the sink or not.
No.
I thought I did. Apparently I did not.
Well, now that we've done our whole show, y'all have a good night.
Anyway, the front page of this, the thumbnail that you guys saw before, was a picture of eggs that are sitting in their sink currently waiting to be washed. And there were probably 12 dozen eggs in there, at least. Both quail eggs and chicken eggs. And our quail are turning and burning on quail eggs.
Yeah, they are. Even with how many it takes to make a egg. Like a chicken egg.
Right.
We have so many. So one of the things I was looking at this weekend is I looked out to like all of our collections of eggs. We need to come up with something to do with them.
Yeah, need a preservation.
Yeah.
In order to store it and get ready.
Not just for the winter, but I mean,
but just to have a place to put them.
Yeah. So we looked up a whole bunch of different things.
You know, and we're going to share them with you here very shortly. But what about the last part of that, of the title there?
Oh.
It's a curse.
Well, I don't know why it's a curse.
It's a curse because we have so many damn
That's
eggs.
not a curse, though. It's a blessing.
Yeah,
it's a blessing and a blessing.
It's a blessing
because our chickens could be dead. Our chickens could be like, nah, bitch, we ain't doing this, and stop laying eggs.
You know, shoot themselves in the head.
I mean, it happens. They disappear sometimes. So it could be worse. I would much rather have too many eggs than not enough eggs.
Right.
Now, yes, trying to figure out how we're going to store them all. Not a curse, but maybe a
nuisance.
A difficulty.
An annoyance.
An annoyance. We can go with an annoyance.
It's an annoyance because you put all this effort in, you get the reward.
Yeah.
But then you have to deal with that reward.
Yeah. So, I think that applies to all of homesteading.
Yeah. So, homegrown eggs have more omega-3s, more protein, more nutrients inside them compared to the everyday white.
They're creamier. Like, even the texture
They're
is
good.
different.
When you crack open an egg, the yolk stands up. It stands up.
Sounds great.
I'm just saying, when you crack open a store-bought egg, it kind of lays flat. It's like regular yolk for...
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. I just pictured this
More
little yolk
rounded.
being like, hey, Patrick. I don't know.
All right, your cat.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Charlie cat.
Meow. Yeah.
So, are you watching the chat at all?
A little bit, yeah. We do give them eggs, not all the time.
Who?
Sub, use the eggs in your dog food.
Oh, yeah. I've been giving May eggs.
Have you?
Yes. Raw eggs, too.
Good.
Yeah, it's probably why she's springing up so much.
Stop eating things that aren't food. We're also teething. So
Yeah.
everything is a toy.
Everything's a toy.
Everything. Including the other dogs.
Yeah.
And my pants.
So, what are some things you can do on the homestead to get rid of some of these eggs or preserve them? One, getting rid of eggs. You can give them away,
Yeah.
which we do quite often.
Yeah.
Probably don't do it enough because we still have 12 dozen.
Well, the
eggs.
problem is nobody returns the damn containers.
The cartons, yeah.
And
Cartons cost $50 a piece, folks.
50 cents.
50.
We're not buying solid gold cartons.
50 cents a piece.
We're just gonna shut him
I
down
am-
for the evening.
I need
And
some coffee is what I need. It's too late though. 50 cents a carton for a carton of eggs. So basically, we're paying people to eat our free eggs.
yeah.
And it's annoying because they don't return them back, or when they return them back, they're returned in a crappy condition or whatnot. And people think they're free, and it bugs me. Now, an alternative to that is everybody has the lifelong goal dream of homesteading, having chickens, putting a sign out the front door saying, "Oh, fresh eggs for sale." Here's a long story short. It doesn't happen like that.
Well, everybody around here has backyard chickens, so everybody has eggs.
Go
Like,
away.
it's even hard sometimes to give them away.
It is.
Because, oh, I've got chickens, or my mom has chickens, or my Nana has chickens, so I don't need them, but thanks.
Right, but we
You
live
know.
out in the country, and that's the way it is. But let's say I work with people that all live in city limits. They live in towns,
Yeah.
and they buy their eggs from the grocery store. I offer them a dozen eggs, a dozen farm fresh eggs, for $3,
Yeah.
which is cheaper than what it costs for a dozen eggs that have been sitting on a shelf for the past 3 months. These were butt nuggets laid last week, and still they won't do it. And so we just give them away, and we eat a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
We have breakfast or dinner
Make-
probably
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah, we do breakfast or dinner. I'll make, like, breakfast. It's not a quiche. Frittata. Do, like, frittata things and put, cheese and ham and that kind of stuff in there and bacon. Then what I'll do is I'll cut it up and package it and put it in the freezer. So you pop it in the microwave in the morning, like while you're getting ready, and then you've got hot egg.
Scrambled eggs,
Yeah.
fresh eggs.
So we do that. I'll make breakfast burritos.
French toast.
Do a lot of French toast.
Megan loves herself some French toast.
I know, but I can't eat it anymore.
Our son loves French toast
Yeah.
a lot. What else do we do for preservation? Oh, we pickle eggs.
We pickled eggs.
Some lovely pickled eggs. These are Cajun pickled eggs, thanks to
Robin
and Jason from the Big Bear Homestead. They sent us this recipe for these Cajun pickled eggs. So those are regular eggs, and these are quail eggs. So maybe show a little comparison of the two, regular and then quail. There you go. So they would call them fart eggs because apparently they make you fart. But I've also made different variants of pickled eggs. Now these are the red eggs. Those are the store eggs that you get at the gas station. They're just regular pickled eggs. I enjoy them. You don't like pickled eggs.
I don't like vinegar, so
Not a big vinegar
no, I am a vinegar despiser. So what? I can read it.
Dana says because store-bought eggs are, you can read it, but you might want to, say out loud what they're saying.
Well, they're all kind of talking amongst themselves about eggs and having conversations about Australian Shepherds, and so I'm just watching.
Chip Signal says store in lime water for
Okay, Chip
longer storage.
Signal, it's probably your YouTube, because I think we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. We're up green. Working just fine. Let me check.
Well, no, Freaky said that let's still live here. Smiley face.
Still working out.
Error. What is that?
Error. Please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent often enough, which will cause buffering to concur. Okay. I have no idea how to do that, but we'll just continue on.
Okay. Sounds great.
Fantastic. But, so let's talk about some preservation methods. This is something you can use before we get started on preservation methods. Disclosure, full disclosure.
We have not tried any of these.
We might have tried some of these, but it's not, the medical and legal disclosure is
Really?
we are not telling you to make these. These are just suggestions. These are things that we might try or might not try. Other people have tried, may not have been successful, may have been successful. So if you get sick or hurt or get hit by a car, it's not our fault.
Unless we're driving the car.
That's true. Disclaimer over.
So one of the ones that I found that I feel like we are most likely to do, because I know us, and we're kind of lazy.
No.
Is
go ahead.
Freezing them.
Oh, go back to this first.
Okay. So before you do anything with your eggs, you need to make sure that they're still good. So the easiest way and the simplest way to do this is the water test. So basically, when you think about an egg, when it first ploops out of the old chicken, it's sealed. They have a coating on it.
It's called a bloom. BLOOM.
That comes out of the chicken hoo-ha and coats the egg, and it protects it. And that's why they say, don't wash them until you're getting ready to do something with them, because that bloom actually can help protect the egg.
It preserves the egg at a room temperature for up to about 30 days.
Yeah, so keeping that in mind, at some point, depending on the weather, temperature, whatever, that does start to wear off. Well, as that goes away, eggshells are permeable, so porous. Permeable means stuff can get through it.
True.
So I am not wrong.
You are correct. Sorry.
Let me continue. They can't see me right now, so I could pop. So once they become permeable, air can actually start to get in. Y'all, these hands, I'm about to smack them. Really little. Once air starts to get into the shell, they can kind of start to float, and that means you kind of should probably use it soon. Once your egg can float, that means there's a lot of air in it, and is recommended to not eat that egg.
What do we do with these eggs?
We throw them against trees because it's fun, it's entertaining. They make a nice plat sound when you nail the tree. And sometimes you just got to throw something.
A lot of stress relief there.
It is.
But you got to throw them far enough away so they don't stink.
When he goes to throw and just puts his whole heart and soul into it and then misses the tree. And
I do it all the time. Throwing is not my
forte. So before you do anything, boop, done.
Check your
egg goodage. So this is kind of what I would like to do. We have not done this yet. But I feel like for us, knowing our lifestyle and our energy level and everything, that this is going to be something simple. So basically what this is to freeze your eggs. So obviously you crack them and put them into ice cube trays, and each egg goes into its own little divot, and then you freeze them. And they'll end up looking like little egg cubes. I was actually looking, because our concern with that is our chickens lay very large eggs, and so our concern with that is like a typical ice cube tray is not going to be enough. like space-wise, because I want individual cubes, not where they're kind of all juiced on the top together.
This one is actually an egg tray.
Oh, well, I don't want the egg tray. I want to be different. So I was actually looking today at silicone molds that you can use for baking, and that they're a little bit deeper. So we can do like either 1 egg or 2 eggs per, depending. And that way you have one, you know, once you break them out of the mold of whatever mold you're using, and put them in a freezer bag or whatever, chuck them in the freezer. But then it's an easily measured unit. Like
Right.
1 cube is 1 egg, or 2 eggs, or 3 eggs, or however you decide to divvy it up. And so I feel like that is going to be, yeah, ours will probably end up looking something like that. I
The
kind of like,
ones on top.
yeah,
Kind of like what?
I kind of like the muffin tray, but
Muffin
we don't
tray?
have enough room in our freezer to freeze the muffin tray.
Well, the thing about the muffin tray is we've got the deep freezer. The thing about the muffin tray is you could put 2 or 3 eggs in one muffin tray.
Yeah.
But another thing, in the bottom right hand corner, you see the eggs there in the ice cube tray.
They're already scrambled.
No, they separated
Oh.
the yolk from the white. They put the
Oh.
white on one side, they put the yolk on the other, and so
Too much effort.
if you're making a lemon meringue pie or something like that.
Because I just whip one up every Tuesday night.
I hate your face. Anyway,
So this is probably the most. I can see the benefit of it if you do separate your eggs. We do not. We eat them all smushed together. So this is probably the method that we're gonna try first. Simply because it's easy.
the cubes look cool too. I mean,
Yeah, and I feel like you could store those easier.
yeah, and they will store for up to 1 year in the freezer.
Well, I hadn't gotten that far in my notes.
I don't know if it says it in your notes or not. I'm just
Oh,
giving you
okay.
my tidbits that I've read.
Oh, dang. Patrick's tidbits. So,
You want to take on my tidbits?
I do not at the moment. So, another storage option that we've actually tried, that turned out okay. I didn't like the consistency of it when you redid them. Do you have a thingy for this one?
Another
Probably
way,
the
if you're
jar.
cheap, just put them in a bag and freeze those. You
Huh.
can freeze them flat,
Yeah.
just like
I was
breast
going to
milk.
say like the breast milk.
Yes. So,
That one. So this is something that is not us in the picture, but you can make your own powdered eggs.
2 methods. 2 methods.
What? What do you mean 2 methods?
Keep
Oh.
reading.
We have used a dehydrator, just a regular old food dehydrator. Obviously with the mats and not the trays.
Those are the fruit roll-up trays.
The fruit roll-up trays, and we have actually done this. It takes a very long time. It could just be our dehydrator is trash.
We did have a crappy dehydrator.
But I don't know. I mean, it worked, yes, and you can condense, yes, because you can with any dehydrated food from the original product to the end goal. But I didn't like the way that when you go to use these again, they had that powdered consistency. And
So you would
I am a
rehy-
texture person.
Yeah.
My food, I'm trying to get better, and I'm not as picky as I used to be.
No.
But-
Beans now.
Yeah, I do eat beans now, and avocados still make me vomit, but it is what it is. I just didn't. I mean, in a situation where you didn't have a choice, yes, it works. You can do it.
The mixture ratio was for every 1 tablespoon of the egg mixture, you added 2 tablespoons of water, which made 1 egg. And there's 2 ways to make this powdered egg. Not substitute, but egg. It's powdered eggs.
Yeah, it's powdered egg.
First way is just to scramble eggs, mix them up, put them on the fruit roll-up thing, and put them on the dehydrator. The other way is to actually cook them and scramble them. Cook them scrambled and to dehydrate the cooked eggs themselves. Then you put them in a coffee grinder.
But once again, you're still going to that powdered egg format.
To get the powdered
and
egg format and then
I
preserve it accordingly.
am not a fan of that because I just don't like it. I don't like the way it comes out. So refrigeration obviously is a way to store them for at least up to a couple months, but we don't have an extra refrigerator. We have our house refrigerator, and then we have our deep freezer, and that's it. Like, we personally don't currently have an extra refrigerator, especially one just to put a butt ton of eggs in. So, I mean, totally legit. It just doesn't work for us.
Right.
You're like, hey, we're about to buy another refrigerator.
But probably will.
Yeah.
Taxes coming up soon.
I don't know. Taxes, we're getting new floors.
New floors. New video floors.
Yep. So one of the other ones.
Decide what we're gonna do.
I know what we're gonna do. I went shopping at Lowe's the other day, son. I done picked it out.
That was yesterday. Ladies
the
and
other day,
gentlemen.
I am not wrong.
Stop.
Yesterday was another day.
Gentlemen, folks, boys, men of the group here. When a woman says the other day, it means yesterday. Just like, putting it out there.
Or it means 6 months ago.
Or it means over a year ago. Yeah, the other day we were, having a baby.
Kitty. Unacceptable.
Other day we were just having a baby, which was actually 4.5 years ago.
Whatevs. Can we keep going? It's already 9:50. All right,
continue on.
So, another method that I am intrigued about, there are a couple that intrigue me, is actually coating your eggs with mineral oil. So basically it seals the shell to prevent the evaporation during storage. They should be oiled and stored within 24 hours of being laid. So I don't know.
So you're washing your eggs, you're putting mineral
It doesn't,
oil
no,
on
you
them.
do not wash them,
I'm
Patrick.
you.
It doesn't say to wash them.
That's what you do. And what it is, it's the same thing as the bloom that was already on it. It's protecting the permeable shell and creating a barrier so oxygen cannot get into the egg, so it'll last long.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. It just seems weird.
It's supposed to be up to 3 months.
Well, this is up to a year.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. So then we got pickling. We've already covered the pickling. Is this that one?
This is that one.
This is that one. I gotta find my notes on that one. Look, we got the same picture. Okay, so I have absolutely no clue how to do this one, but it is interesting.
It seems interesting.
And it's called the water glass method. If any of y'all have done it, please throw out some notes.
It sounds like a Midwest thing.
No, it sounds like an old school thing.
It sounds like a Midwest thing.
So water glass, that's the picture, was a prevalent method to preserve eggs until the early 20th century, in particular in rural areas before electricity was widely available.
Midwest.
It says rural. We live in a rural area. Its use has fallen off, but you can still preserve eggs using it. What is water glass? It's the street name for sodium silicate, which has been used with wide success to preserve eggs. So basically the sodium silicate, when mixed with the water, forms a gel. And you put it together in a crock, like what's in the picture. And my little crock that I bought as a prop was on the back porch. Damn. So you mix the water and the sodium silicate together. You let it cool completely. So you need to, because if you add the eggs before it cools completely, it can cook them. And then you put the eggs in. And that's it. You put it in a cool place. It's got a lid. You put a lid on it so you don't have to worry about it being dark, because it is dark. But putting a cool place in it. But it says be sure to never use store-bought eggs or eggs that have been washed with this method, because they don't store well with it. And you just need to make sure there's at least 2 to 3 inches of liquid above the eggs. And that's it. One note in one set of my notes did say that some people did not like this method because of the fact that the sodium silicate is there.
Can't be absorbed by the egg.
Yeah, so some people didn't. It is a naturally occurring mineral. No issues that we saw in terms of consumption of it in, I'm sure smaller quantities. But some people don't like using that because that gets in the egg. Where with like freezing it or some, drying, dehydrating it and drying the eggs, you know exactly what it's in there. It's egg, and that's it.
Right.
So the choice is yours. May, what are you eating? Ooh, someone had an ice cream sandwich in here and didn't throw his trash away.
It's plastic on the floor. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know what an ice cream sandwich wrapper looks like. Ladies in the audience, see, it still has ice cream on it.
Oh, look how big the picture is. It's so big.
Cream.
Where's the picture? It's gone now. Oh, it's all over now.
So those are just some ways that we found, some of which we have tried, some of which we have not tried. One of my biggest things is like with the pickled eggs and doing like hard-boiled eggs and taking them for lunch. I don't like the was that the salt method?
This is the salt method.
Yeah, I saw that. It's somewhere in my notes. I skipped over.
I don't know what this dog is getting into, but it needs to get out.
It's your trash that you leave under your desk.
I blame your mother.
My mother did not eat ice cream sandwiches under your desk.
Big difference.
We didn't have ice cream sandwiches while she was here. I'm looking for my salt. I know it's in here somewhere.
Oh, you got salt in there?
I thought I did. Well, there's the
lime solution. Talk about the lime solution.
Okay.
Look at that. Chip signals on top of this game. Talk about it.
Oh, the pickling. Okay, I mean that's it. That's it.
That's
like the regular old pickling lime.
Mrs. Wage's pickling lime.
Yeah. So pickling lime or food grade calcium hydroxide. Eggs can be covered in a liquid lime solution and stored for up to 15 months before use.
15 months?
Yeah, this is one of the USDA recommended methods, but many people just use the sodium silicate gel method if they're using a crock to preserve, and then it gives you the recipe for preserving
15 months.
That's what it
crazy.
says. It's the USDA recommended method.
Hell, we'll just get a 50-gallon barrel and just freaking put eggs in it. Put some pickling lime in there and be done with it. Sell them some as slightly used eggs.
That's gross. That's gross. So, yeah, I have the salt somewhere.
I can just talk about it.
Yeah, I'll just talk about it real quick.
All right. Oh, okay. Kitty did something.
What are you talking about?
Like, I'm missing stuff.
Why is that Kitty's fault?
Because the cat walked across.
Oh,
the
I
area.
thought you meant Kitty.
Oh, no,
and I was like, how did Kitty mess up your computer?
I don't know. Well, that's fantastic.
Oh, salt preservation of eggs. I found it. It's another easy way to preserve your backyard eggs. First off, use only fresh eggs that you have not cleaned. If they age more than 24 hours, your chances of success diminish rapidly, which we pick our eggs up every day. So that,
every day.
Yeah, that's not a problem for us. So let me get to that actual like stuff. Hi, Charles. So you stack them and store them. Okay, what? Okay, Charles, you're killing me now.
You cover them in oil, mineral oil.
This one doesn't say to cover them in oil and then salt. The oil was a different method.
Well, the one I read about was put them in oil and then placing them in salt. Well, the salt preservation way is actually French. And you place it inside the salt. You place it in sea salt or kosher salt. And it's a big vat. You place it in, you cover it with salt. So what happens is as they decay, or if they decay, or collect oxygen, just like in water, the egg will pop up to the top. But it will take some time. I don't know the amount of time an egg will last.
Says properly prepared, these eggs will keep fresh from anywhere from 8 to 10 months. Jesus. And then it says, in fact, people in some countries are known to have stored their eggs in this way for up to 2 years. I don't know if I would eat a 2-year-old salt egg.
Delicious.
It's going to look like your Chinese avocado egg.
1,000-year-old egg.
Gross.
You know you love it.
I do not love it at all.
No. What's going on over here?
I've seen a side-by-side. Chip said I've seen a side-by-side of lime versus oil preserves. The lime egg held their shape, the yolk, like the yolk.
Yolk and everything like that.
Vina said you can store eggs in wood stove ashes and it'll preserve them as well. However, they can take on an ashy taste. I feel like that's anything you use to...
Right, because it's permeable.
Yep.
It might
We're
take on the
using
flavor
those
of its
bigger
surrounding.
bigger words.
Porous. Porous and permeable, or
I'm not... They're synonyms, but I'm just saying I can use my own synonym. Synonym. All right, what else we got? I want you to talk about... Okay, so my biggest thing, he likes hard-boiled eggs.
I love hard-boiled eggs.
I can't stand them because the egg and the yolk are separate. I'm one of those people, my eggs, they have to be scrambled. That's it. If they're not, I won't eat them. If the yolk is so runny and it oozes out on the plate and leaves that snail trail everywhere, makes me want to vomit.
Yeah.
So he likes to cook his eggs that way just to mess with me. But he also likes them that way. So to me... I would love to be able to do hard-boiled eggs to, like, take to work. I'm trying to work on my blood sugar. They're a good snack, you know, stuff like that. Protein, all the good benefits of an egg we've already talked about. But my issue is I can't do them separate.
Because of the nasty
Because
yolk.
the egg and the yolk is separate. The textures are different. The consistencies are different. You have, like, the sliminess of the yolk, or the white, and then, like, I can't. I can't.
So there's two methods to make a
I want to try this so bad.
A scrambled hard-boiled egg. There's two methods. The first one involves pantyhose. The second one involves actually buying a contraption on Amazon that it kind of does the same thing. So what it does is the egg yolk sits in the middle of the egg. It actually has a membrane around it, and it's center point. So if it hits anything, that membrane keeps it from breaking the yolk open. What you want to do is break that yolk open. So what you do is you take an egg, you put it inside a pantyhose leg, and you can put rubber bands on the side of it, either side of it if you want or not. But you take it and you spin it really fast. I mean, super, super fast. And what it does is that centrifugal force separates the yolk from the center and pushes it out to the wall and breaks the yolk. And it mixes it up inside the eggshell itself.
And I really want to try this because I feel like it would solve a lot of my problems. And it would give us more eggs to eat. Like, he can only eat so many hard-boiled eggs. Like, and then he's just like, farting. Yeah. And so
yes.
I want to try them. I've tried them before and I didn't like them, but I want to be able to eat them. I want to have that good snack, that easy snack, you know, whatever.
I would suggest going on Amazon and buying the actual separator.
No, I want to fling pantyhose around.
You can fling it. You can try it. It's the cheap alternative, but I don't have any pantyhose. Do you have any pantyhose?
No, I don't.
All right,
I was thinking I could just use one of your big tube socks.
You could use a tube sock as well if you fling it.
Well, like a clean one.
Well, I mean, we got enough eggs. We could test the method.
We do a video on it.
We can do a video on it.
Can we do a video on it tomorrow?
Sure. You're going to freaking get egg everywhere.
We'll do it outside.
No. Okay. We'll do it outside.
I don't want to be like you and bang an egg against the counter. So he was carrying eggs in, y'all. And he went to put them down and he dropped one. And his instant reaction was to just pelvic thrust the counter. And I was sitting on the kitchen table, and I was like, you just cracked that egg on your ding-dong, didn't you? I did not use those words. I'm trying to make this family-friendly. And he turned around, and full crotch shot of just splattered egg everywhere. The dogs are going crazy, licking...
Trying to get to my crotch.
Trying to get to his crotch, but also licking the counter and the floor and everywhere else. So he boned an egg into our counter, and it was absolutely hilarious. So we have that. The egglets, that's the little thing you can put. No.
The egglets are plastic.
I'm not. No. We're trying to.
You can boil them.
I know what they are.
Oh, come on. It's the same damn thing.
It is not.
It is too.
I want to fling eggs in pantyhose, and you can't judge me for it.
You can also get it on Wish as well. Wish is a good place.
Like 8 years from now, when they arrive from China, we can do our video.
We can do our video and then move into an old folks' home.
Pretty much.
I can make scrambled eggs.
Socks won't work. Tried it. pantyhose leaves taste behind?
Really?
How does it leave a taste behind? I
See?
wouldn't think it's in there long
Method
enough.
number 3. Thank you, Kitty, for backing me up. We're going to buy one on Amazon. Or Wish.
You are going to buy one on Amazon because I don't have any dollars.
Okay. I'll buy one on Amazon. We would get paid in a couple days.
Yeah. So, alright.
We'll try
I think I'm done.
I think we're done too.
With my eggs.
Well, with the sock method, you can place it in the bottom of the sock and fling it from the top. You don't have to have it spin like that. Exactly.
Okay.
But I will.
We will try out some
I will
methods,
get
y'all.
some video of Megan
Flinging a sock with an egg in it.
Yeah. So if any guys had any questions, now's the time to ask.
Patrick, because Megan has to go put laundry in the dryer.
Seriously? You're just going to bounce?
Yes, honey, it's done. I have to get up early. I've got stuff I still need to do, and it's after 10. You said I'm allowed to leave if we go over. You said that like 6 months ago when I first started this jam.
Holy cow.
The other day.
You
told me that I could.
Uh-huh.
So I gotta go.
Get the hell out of here.
Bye, y'all.
Keep the change.
Hey, hold on. Full spectrum. Hi, Brad, by the way.
Hey, Brad.
What, in your recent experience, is the cheapest way for a person... Hey! Should have been here on time, son. We already talked about that. We are going to build a quail cage out of pallets that I got for free and repurpose chicken wire that I got for free from my boss. And so free plus free is for me.
Though that's Brad and Kelly are the ones that talk about curcumin or
The turmeric.
turmeric.
Yeah, I'm gonna be starting that once he gets paid and we can get some supplements.
You make it out like we're poor. I can
Well,
get supplements anytime. Come on.
we're poor right now because payday's tomorrow. Because for the HS, for the hydradenitis, a lot of the people that suffer from it said that the turmeric helps a lot because of the inflammation. So we are going to get some. Pat also got some, made a video on actually starting to grow our own. I don't think that video...
Well, the plan is to actually grow fruit.
Yeah, right now it just looks like a bunch of slugs and some water. But we're actually going to try to grow our own, but until we get to that point, I want to start it now, not 6 months from now or a year from now. So, but on that note, pallet, quail, hutch. I have to work a little bit this weekend, but that is my plan for this weekend, because other than about 4.5, 5 hours, I'm off. So, we'll keep you posted on that.
All right.
Do some video, do some construction. All right, y'all. I'm going to go do laundry.
Have a good one.
I will.
Well, I'm not going to be on much longer anyway.
All right, you do you. Get out of the closet, you retarded animal. Come on.
Hey, we don't say the R word here.
What?
You said the R word on live stream.
Are we going to get shut down now?
Probably. You never know.
She has the mental capacity of a peanut.
Corky.
It is
From Life Goes On.
It is correct.
That was okay back then, but it's not okay now. That show would never air in this day and age. Anyway, folks, I just wanted to say goodnight and wish you all the best of luck this week. If you have any questions, I'll keep it on for another minute or so, and then we'll say goodnight, because I'm exhausted. 10 o'clock, and I want to go to bed before Megan gets all the clothing on the bed, before she decides to dump clean laundry on my side of the bed. But Full Spectrum says, looking forward to the pallet quail hutch, keeping a close eye on it. We have lots of pallets in our area for free, cheap. Good night, Meg. Hope everyone in the chat has been awesome. Everybody in the chat has been awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourself this week. And on this week's show, I'm going to get my calendar down here, because we are ending the third month of 2019. And within a short week, it'll be April 2019. And you can see the title here. It says, "Oh, happy day." A lot of things happen in April. You got Easter, Lent going on, some other things. For those of you who have children in public schools, you got spring break. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Victory Garden videos coming out with some collabs going together on that. I'm going to be contacting some people there. Brad, Kelly, Donna, and Steve, and Robin and Jason. I'll be contacting you shortly to do an actual collab, and maybe we'll do a live show about a Victory Garden. That'll be fun. And some other things. So other than that, there's nothing much going on. So we're going to go ahead and let you guys go next week. Same time, same place, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be here with another topic. We'll try to get that topic out early enough. Megan and I actually need to sit down and go over topics and put topics to paper so we can get these notifications out earlier. And so without further ado, we're going to say goodnight here. You guys have a good one. Take care of each other. Be nice to each other. And we will see you next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday next week. Good night, y'all.